This takeover story does not want to go away, does it? In what is becoming a clearly orchestrated power play from the consortium, today saw the release of another statement, this time from the Reuben Brothers. And to me, it is clear we are now living through one of the most important moments in Newcastle United's history. What a few days it's been. Since the takeover collapsed on Thursday, fans have launched a petition that now has over 65,000 signatures and counting. We've had a raft of former players such as Rob Lee and Gavin Peacock retweet that petition and put pressure on the Premier League. We've also seen fans troll the social media accounts of the Premier League relentlessly and get hashtags such as Premier League is corrupt trending. We've also seen fans trying to raise money for different protests and stuff, and we've even had one guy who's gone down to Premier League's headquarters in London and request a meeting with Richard Masters. It's been that kind of a crazy few days, but that is why we love this club. It's never boring. If there's one thing you can't deny, it's that Newcastle supporters are passionate, and when they want something, they can be like a dog with a bone. Obviously, all of this has been allowed to happen because almost immediately after the news broke that the Saudi-led consortium were officially withdrawing their interest, Amanda Stevoly went on the record with George Caulkin in The Athletic and specifically said, if fans want this, then they need to go to the Premier League and tell them this isn't fair. It sort of seemed odd to me at the time, but as the days have gone on, the picture of what actually is going on here has become clearer, that all of this is part of a wider strategy from the buying side. And I believe it's probably been done with Mike Ashley's blessing too, in order to force this deal through. After all, he does want to sell. Make no mistake, we are living through the most defining moment of Newcastle United's recent history. Not since Sir John Hall's Magpie Group forced change at the top of the club in the late 80s, has the club been in such an important process. Perhaps the stakes aren't as high as they were 30 plus years ago. The very future of the club existing was at stake back then. However, the club is as good as dead under Ashley and it's absolutely rudderless. With the wrong change of ownership, the club's fate could be sealed in the long run. This is such an important moment. The chance to be owned by the Saudis, although controversial, would undoubtedly transform the club and the North East region with the amount of investment they are willing to put in. But the statements and interviews from Stevoly and Ashley isn't everything. Amanda Stevoly herself, it transpires, has spoken to the NUFC over the weekend, something our current owner hasn't done. And we're told that Stevoly & Co aren't fit and proper owners, it's just madness. Again, this is highly significant because these are not the actions of someone who has given up on a deal. But to top this madness off on Monday, the reclusive Reuben Brothers released their own statement, which has clearly been another step in this process by the consortium to apply as much pressure as they can to the Premier League. Right now, it is simply Newcastle United's fans united with Stevoly, the Reuben Brothers and the Saudi PIF against the Premier League. Who is going to blink first? The statement on behalf of the Reuben Brothers said this: "We continue to hope that those exciting plans are not in vain. We would welcome any resurrection of talks and progress with the Premier League and are aware that the Reuben Brothers remain totally supportive of the deal should there be a way forward." It is quite clear this deal is not dead. Yet. If it was dead, we simply would not be hearing from Stevoly telling fans to fight for this and the Reuben Brothers saying they hope it can be revived. And we wouldn't have had the statement from the club either saying Mike Ashley hopes this deal can still pass. And you would absolutely not have Amanda Stevoly speaking directly to the largest fan group we have, the NUST, in order to share ideas on how we can assist the deal as supporters of the club. Quite frankly, we are living through a moment of history. The future direction of Newcastle United Football Club will be decided by whatever happens over the next few days and weeks. And there's two ways this could go. One is very, very good, and the other is very, very bleak. But, as ever, we live in hope. Until that hope is fully extinguished. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you've enjoyed it, please hit the like button and consider subscribing too. And I will see you really soon for another video.